Okay, well today I'm sitting out here in our barzo and it's pretty windy, so I figured I'd come in here and read you a story of this book. It's called The Parables of Ben Ish Kai, also known as Yosef Chaim. He was a well-known Jewish wise man. He lived in Baghdad, Iraq. He lived not for sure how long he lived, but I remember he died about 1908 or 1909. I believe he lived a pretty long life though. So I hope you enjoy these stories. There's many of them and I know I enjoy them, so today I figured I'd let you hear one. Repaying evil for good. A rich man was once riding to a city. When he was 2 hours away from the city gates, he heard sobbing and weeping. A plea fell upon his ears. "Merciful man, have pity on me, and give me some money." He looked about until his eyes fell upon a poor cripple sitting on the road, stretching out his hand pitifully. His heart went out to the unfortunate man, and digging his hand into his pocket, he took out a coin and gave it to the unfortunate man. The man thanked him and said, "May Hashem in heaven repay you doubly for your kindness." The pauper then put the coin in his pocket, rose awkwardly to his feet, kissed the hem of the horseman's garment, and asked, "Since you were so kind to a miserable creature like me, do me the additional favor of letting me ride along with you to the city. It is so far, I would never get there with my lame foot." The kind-hearted man dismounted and helped the cripple up on the horse, handed him the reins, and then mounted behind him. The two rode seated on the single horse until they reached the bustling marketplace in the city. The crippled man reined the horse in and turned to the rich man seated behind him, saying, "Now that we have reached our destination, you may climb down and go home. I will continue on my way." The rich man could not believe his ears. "What?" he cried out incredulously. "What are you saying? Is this your horse or mine? Get off this instant before I grow impatient and throw you to the ground." The cripple raised his voice and cried out pitifully, "Look here, good people, look at what this scoundrel is trying to do. I was riding along and was some 2 hours distance from the city when I saw him sitting at the crossroads, waiting for someone to give him a ride. I took pity on him and brought him all the way here. And now, instead of thanking me, he threatens to throw me to the ground and steal my horse. My horse is all I own. Help! Save me! I am weak and helpless. I cannot defend myself against this evil man." The passerby heard his pitiful shout and saw the crocodile tears flowing from his eyes and were touched. They rose up against the rich man and were about to unseat him. "You scoundrel!" they cried. "The lame man is holding the reins and sitting in the saddle. He is the owner of the horse, and you are riding behind him." "But I myself gave him the reins," argued the rich man. "I, like you, also had pity on him because he is lame. But he is a rogue. He is a liar. The horse is mine." They argued back and forth for a long time until the rich man saw that he could not convince the crowd that he was telling the truth. "This is getting us nowhere," he said. "Let us go to the judge. Let him decide who is the true owner of the horse." This solution was acceptable to all. Off they went to the judge. He listened to their arguments, and he thought deeply for several moments. Finally he turned to the rich man and said, "Your words have the ring of truth, but what can I do if you, with your own hands, foolishly relinquish your right to the horse by handing the reins over to this man and taking the back seat? You should have kept the reins and let him ride behind you. Then you would have had two witnesses on your side, the horse and the reins. I feel compassion for you over the loss of your horse, and hope that as a reward for your good deed, Hashem will make good your loss." Now, the moral. A person should transmit the reins, that is the power, over his soul only to the hands of the good desire, the Yetzer Tov, and make the Yetzer Hara, his evil impulses, take the back seat. There are times when he can indeed make use of him. For example, he can indulge in his desire for sleep to regain his strength and keep his body healthy, all for the sake of serving his Creator. The same applies to eating and drinking. A person, however, must be most cautious not to hand over the reins to his Yetzer Hara, lest it seize absolute power without leaving even an inch for the Yetzer Tov. So, the moral is that you should feed the good side of you, your good nature, and be compassionate and kind to people and things, and be a righteous person, and not to let your Yetzer Hara, your evil side, take over and be a wild party animal fighting loser all the time. So I hope you enjoy the story. Have a good day.